So, Coach, just perfect regular season. I know now it's looking toward the Missouri Valley Conference, but just what does that achievement mean?
The guys have been focused, and they just go one game at a time, but, we always back it up, and it's just one day at a time, whatever we've got. So they've kept things in perspective, and I know today's a day off for them, so, with the weather outside, that's a brilliant move by our coaches there. Not me, the other ones. But, we're going to get a good practice in tomorrow. We get on the road to Chicago on Wednesday, and then we'll see what happens on Friday. We'll let it rip at 1, and we know we're going to play either Drake or Valparaiso, the winner from that first game on Wednesday.
Are you able to look back at it at all? You're in a different season now, so you could look back and see how cool that was? Or?
No, you know what? Wyatt, good question, but I think it just keeps blending. I mean, we got back late Saturday night. We practiced yesterday. So you're just in your continual routine, and the team's done a great job. I mean, they're focused on the next game because that's all you have in life. I mean, that's it. You've got that next one, and you make the most of it. And, they're going to reflect back when the time's right, but I don't think there's time for them right now. They're so busy with school and treatment and films and, the practices, so they're just really task-orientated, but they enjoy it. They like winning, but they put it in perspective and they move to the next one.
You guys are pretty much a lock for the NCAA tournament at this point. Does that change how you approach the Missouri Valley tournament at all?
Not at all, because we don't think that way at all, because all we have is, again, Stephen, I don't want to act like a teacher now, but today's a day off. Tomorrow we got film, we got practice, we got treatments. That's all we got, and then we'll work our way. I love you. You're doing good. You're doing good. No, but there hasn't been any talk of that or anything. And we don't control any of that stuff. But I tell you this team and the coaching staff, they want to play as long as they can. They want another game, and these guys are having fun. They're enjoying it, so you want to keep going. And by doing really good tomorrow, that's going to let us keep going.
You've talked about that grind that the team is on. They get back, they go to treatment, they study, all that. Do you think that them continuing to win this season has helped them be like, okay, yeah, like we've gotten used to this, rather than not having such a great season, and they're like, okay, can we just get this over with?
I think they like playing, so when they're into a game, and we've been in a lot of competitive games, but they love competition, they love the challenge, so I think they're just really focused at the next task at hand. And the other day we were up 1-0, but then the other team tied it, Drake tied it, but then we had to respond. So, there's always challenges even within the game. So, again, they're on it, whether it's first half to second half or this 5 minutes into the next 5.
There's been an uptick in goals against in your past few games. Is there anything behind that at all?
Yeah, we don't like that because we pride ourselves in playing good defense. And if we can get back to good shutout soccer, then we talk about that. But again, the adjustments, and Dan asked, the adjustments from game 1 to 2, so maybe some of the weaknesses were exposed or they saw something. Some of the goals we've given up are on set pieces. So these little things, now we adjust back. And, it'll be a little bit of a cat and mouse, and we'll see where we stand on Wednesday. But, yeah, we want to get back to our great defending. And on the whole, the kids have defended well this year. But they showed the firepower that they can score some goals. And that's massive.
Yeah.
I know you're excited about the team picture. How do you think it turned out?
In fact, I'm going to show Matt it, but we're going to do something with it. But it came good. Kevin did a great job. We used a beautiful backdrop with those trees right out there by McDonald Arena. So it was a great day. It was super. Thanks for remembering that. Yeah.
You guys have been pretty healthy this year, so you haven't had to sub in a whole lot in key situations. How do you feel about your bench having to step up?
Real well, because a couple of the guys have really stepped forward. Kean Yari has played some real key minutes for us. Dawson Lee's been in and out of the lineup, and we can put him in different spots. John Coca just played some huge minutes up at Drake. And those are just a few. I don't want to leave anyone out, but we feel like we have some depth and that we can go through, and we've overcome some of those injuries that we've had.
Yeah.
We've been beat up a little bit in some spots. We've had some guys down for longer periods or 2-3 games, so the depth has been huge.
When it comes to weather, obviously you guys were up in Iowa this last weekend, and then it's cold all week, and now you're going back up north to Chicago. Do you think you guys kind of have a little bit of an advantage because you're not changing that weather so much?
I know, it's interesting because on Saturday it was probably like 53, 54 at Drake, and it was like, that's pretty good this time of year. And we played early, but I don't know what Chicago's getting. It's probably cold and snowy up there, but it is here, and it's going to be colder, and that's just this time of the year. But we've done conference tournaments in Peoria, Creighton, we've been to Drake. So in the past we've been in a lot of mid-November type sites, can be colder, and you just hope there's not a a ton of snow or anything like that can affect the games, but, you know, we're going to play. They got an artificial surface, so we're going to be good to go.
With the artificial surface, obviously it's going to be a little bit more slick. Are you guys going to do anything to prepare for that? And if there's a chance that it is going to be rainy or snowy up there?
No, because we know, Amanda, we're able to play on ours here, so we have a lot of those conditions where we might practice, and we've been out there when it's wet or cold, or so I think we've seen a lot of the conditions that we're going to have, so we hopefully will be prepared for that.